where they are gathered in my name, I'll be with them. Although you are scattered, I'm drawing you back to love you again. So come unto me, my child, and I'll give you peace. Then you will be B'nai Shalom, B'nai Shalom, children of peace, B'nai Shalom. On Yeshua we'll feast, B'nai Shalom, children of peace, B'nai Shalom. Through Yeshua we'll be B'nai Shalom. Love one another as you have seen me love you. My sister, my brother, do as I command you, and come unto me, my child, and I'll give you peace. Then you will be B'nai Shalom, B'nai Shalom, children of peace, B'nai Shalom. On Yeshua we'll feast, B'nai Shalom, children of peace, B'nai Shalom. Through Yeshua we'll be B'nai Shalom, children of peace, B'nai Shalom, children of peace.
Hallelujah. Blessed be the name of Yahweh, and Rosh Chodesh Shalom. Hope that your new moon night is a blessed one. We praise Yahweh, are now officially in the 10th month of Yahweh's calendar, according to multiple sightings throughout the world, starting in New Zealand and working all the way back through Saudi Arabia. Israel was not able to see the new moon due to clouds, but here, United States, also quite a bit of cloud cover. We're clouded here in Missouri, but it was spotted in Florida and in Michigan. The Plant City, Florida, there were 4 persons there. And then North Branch, Michigan, 2 people saw the new moon there. And San Jose, Costa Rica, it was visible there. And McAllen, Texas. And then 2 persons in Green Bay, Wisconsin were able to see the new moon for the 10th month of Yahweh's calendar. And so praise Yahweh. Now, we weren't able to see here once again because of the clouds were pretty thick here in the Ozarks. But it pretty much needed to be tonight, being we're on the 30th day of the calendar, just prior to sundown. So yeah, so that means you can't have 31 days on Yahweh's calendar. It's either 29 or 30 days, because the moon cycle is slightly over 29 and a half days long. So you cannot have a 31-day month because of that. So it's just the way his calendar works. We don't have 31 days like the Roman calendar out there, or we also don't have 28-day calendar. It's either 29 or 30 days. And so if you don't get any report sighting on the 29th, which we did not, then the 30th day would be definite for sure. That night would be the beginning of the new moon or the new month. So and so it was sighted also in Arizona. I'm getting a confirmed sighting there from here in Arizona, and also let's see if anybody else may have texted something in here through the web submitted form. Nothing there. And also going to go ahead and check our email, see if anything came through. Nothing in the email department. So we are officially in the 10th month, first day of the month on Yahweh's calendar. So what we like to do is have somebody call in and at least share a shofar blast with us, and maybe some music. That would be even better. If you're able to do that, our phone number is 417-683-3575 and toll free 866-435-4924. Easy way to remember the toll free number is 866 the number 4 and then EliYah, EliYah, and then our Skype ID is EliYah.com. And just above the center of the video screen, you see a link there to Skype. You click that link, it'll take you right here into the studio. And no, my studio has not expanded to the outdoors. This is actually a photograph behind me, and that's actually not the present new moon. This is our official new moon broadcast backdrop that we're going to be doing. If we can get a picture though of the new moons, then, and if it's either on one side or the other, that'd be nice. If somebody could send those in. And but this, I think, was the first new moon of, was it the first new moon or was it the 7th new moon of the year? I have to check. Let's see. We had, no, this was actually the 7th new moon, Yom Teruah. Photograph here in our backyard. I say backyard, but up on the hill. Here in the Ozarks of southern Missouri. If you're from Missouri, then you say Missouri. If you're not from Missouri, you say Missouri. And since I'm from Ohio, I say Missouri. All right, I guess Brother Richard here is on the line. And Rosh Chodesh Shalom, brother. How are you?
Rosh Chodesh Sameach. There's Yahweh.
Hallelujah. Blessed be Yahweh. And I guess you got a fresh set of guitar strings on your guitar?
Still working on that. I need a little bit more time.
Oh, okay.
And a little, if I rush off of here and I get it done very quickly, but I don't know how long you're going to be doing this for.
Oh, so, we'll probably share a couple of videos at least.
Well, we'll see how quick I can do it.
All right. You want to try calling back?
All right. Rosh Chodesh Sameach. Hey, I called with the shofar.
All right. Very good.
I got something done.
That's right. We need to do that. That's part of our monthly. Is it okay to say tradition?
There's nothing wrong with good traditions.
Well, it's a command to blow shofar. So here we go.
One of my traditions is the new guitar strings. So.
Let's do it again. Ready? All right. Praise Yahweh. And looks like we also have a caller calling in.
Yeah.
And you're currently live on the broadcast. Can I have your name and where you're calling from?
From Phoenix, Arizona.
Mr. Yosef. Shalom, shalom.
New moon, shalom.
You're
New moon,
disconnect.
shalom. New moon, shalom.
New moon.
New moon, new moon, new moon, shalom. New moon, shalom. New moon, shalom. New moon, new moon, new moon, new moon, shalom. New moon, new moon, shalom. New moon, new moon, new moon, shalom. New moon, shalom. New moon, shalom. New moon, new moon, new moon, new moon, shalom. New moon, shalom. New moon, shalom. New moon, new moon, new moon, new moon, shalom. New moon, shalom. New moon, shalom. New moon, new moon, new moon, new moon, shalom. New moon, new moon, new moon, new moon, shalom. New moon, new moon, new moon, new moon, shalom. New moon, shalom. New moon, shalom. New moon, new moon, new moon, new moon, shalom. Hey, 10th new moon. Hallelujah!
Hallelujah. That means Yahweh kept us alive another month. And we praise Him for that. And that's always good. We need life. Another month to live and praise our Father in heaven and learn more of His will and proclaim our Savior to this lost and dying world. And we can be thankful for that. You know, there are people that passed away this month. No month is guaranteed. No month is guaranteed, and life is short. And we want to make the most of it and put Yahweh first in every aspect. All right, we're going to put a song here forth from the library as usual. Psalm 125.
Those who trust in Yahweh are like Mount Zion. Those who trust in Yahweh are like Mount Zion. They cannot be moved. They cannot be moved. They cannot be moved. Cannot be moved. trust in Yahweh are like Mount Zion. Those who trust in Yahweh are like Mount Zion. Trust in Yahweh. Trust in Yahweh. In Yahweh. Trust in Yahweh. In Yahweh.
Clap your hands, clap your hands, clap your hands unto the King. Clap your hands, clap your hands, clap your hands unto the King. Give your praise, give your praise, give your praise unto the King. Give your praise, give your praise, give your praise unto the King. Give your love, give your love, give your love unto the King. Give your love, give your love, give your love unto the King. Take a stand, take a stand, take a stand for the King. Take a stand, take a stand, take a stand for the King. Clap your hands, give your praise, give your love unto the King.
I am standing beneath your wings. I am resting in your shelter. Your great faithfulness has been my shield, and it makes me want to sing. Blessed be your name, Yahweh. blessed be your name, Yahweh. I sing praises to your name, Yahweh, for you daily bear my burdens. Your great faithfulness is my reward, and it makes me want to sing, blessed be your name, Yahweh. Blessed be your name, Yahweh. I will bless your holy name for all my days. Blessed be your name, Yahweh. I am standing beneath your wings. I am resting in your shelter. Your great faithfulness has been my shield. It makes me want to sing, blessed be your name, Yahweh. Blessed be your name, Yahweh. I will bless your holy name for all my days. Blessed be your name, Yahweh. Blessed be your name, Yahweh. Blessed be your name, Yahweh.
Hallelujah. Blessed be the name of Yahweh. And looks like our brother Richard popped a guitar string. I guess that happens sometimes. But that means you have an opening to call in for now. Feel free to do so, 417-683-3575 or toll free 866-435-4924. And if you don't, I may have to warn you, maybe I'll have to get a guitar out or something and play. And you don't want to hear that, so please call in and salvage our efforts here. Good thing Brother Yosef called in from Arizona. If you're just joining us, we do have multiple confirmed sightings in multiple locations, and we do have sightings all the way from Australia to across the Middle East. Was not seen in Israel. Seen in Costa Rica, was seen in Michigan, was seen in Florida, also in Texas and Green Bay, Wisconsin. Two witnesses there, and trying to see if there's others. Usually Brother Richard has something up there. Don't see anything right now. And it was also seen in Arizona. I believe Phoenix might be the location. Assuming Brother Yosef of Arizona was the witness on that. But it was seen by one person, Idaho Falls, two persons in North Branch, Michigan, and then also seen in St. Croix and in Virginia, and let's see, Mesa, Arizona. Two witnesses, Mesa, Arizona, was not. And then 4 people in Plant City, Florida. One person, Idaho Falls, Idaho. 2 persons in North Branch, Michigan, and Blacksburg, Virginia, Christiansburg. 2 persons there. St. Croix, Virgin Islands, 4 persons. And then we have Costa Rica, San Jose, Costa Rica, McAllen, Texas, Green Bay, Wisconsin, and again out in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia was seen. I don't know reliable witness that is. But so also Phoenix and Santan, Arizona, we have confirmed sightings there. We had clouds here in Missouri, so cannot say. But every new moon, the way the monthly cycle works, if you missed it earlier, every month will either be 29 or 30 days. It can never be 28 days. It can never be 31 days, because the moon cycle is 29 and just over a half days in length. So you're either going to have a 29-day month or a 30-day month, and so that's our moon cycle. So we're currently on the 30th day here in Missouri, so we know that this is the last day of the month earlier, before sundown. So tonight begins the 10th month of Yahweh's calendar, and we are assured of that. And really, you don't even have to look. If you don't see it on the 29th, then you know it'll be on the 30th, but it's always good to look if you have opportunity to do so and you're in a location where you can. If you're wondering what it looks like, just above my shoulder here, you see that's the 7th month this year of Yahweh's calendar, the crescent moon sighting. It's usually pretty low on the horizon, and then it goes down over the horizon within an hour, maybe longer, maybe shorter, after sundown. So don't try to look for the new moon when it's out there, 3-4 hours after sundown, because you won't see it. The moon's already would have disappeared over the horizon. So it's sort of close to the moon in its orbit in terms from our vantage point. So, or close to the sun, I should say. So we are in 10th month of Yahweh's calendar. A number of things took place on this 10th month, and we're going to go over those scriptures that speak of the 10th month of Yahweh's calendar and the biblical events that occurred on that 10th month. And we'll read through Ezekiel, Esther, Genesis, and other scriptures, 2 Kings, Jeremiah. And so we'll look over those and see what kind of things we can glean from this 10th month of Yahweh's calendar, and try to understand what it is. We've noticed that there are certain patterns that seem to emerge on many of these months, and so keep that in mind. And all right, I think perhaps Brother Richard maybe has salvaged his guitar string by now, I hope. You're welcome to call in. Otherwise, we'll probably go ahead and move forward to our study portion of the broadcast today. And if you don't know, you can go to EliYah.com/calendar. And actually, if you just go to the main page, EliYah.com, and if you just pull it up, you see here, if you scroll down here to the, I'm sorry, here we go, new moon. And then click printed calendar. It takes you to the printed calendar page. And you can download or request a printed copy of the calendar. A little bit behind on the orders. I've been so busy with the outreach here locally. Hope to get those out, though, tomorrow, Yahweh willing. So you can download the calendar on PDF and print it out yourself. It's whatever your preference happens to be. All right, it looks like we have Brother Richard here.
Wow, when we talk about fresh guitar strings, I mean, you can see the, that, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm just like, wow. I'm just like, I'm grabbing the guitar winder, and I'm just like, and then all of a sudden, I get down to the last string, and I didn't do it quite right, And for the first time since I've ever had this guitar, wind, 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 pop! There it goes. And then I'm like, oh, I got to get this off. And then I'm like, oh. And then I nicked my finger with a part of the string that was sharp, and then I'm just like, wow. Well, if you can give me like 10 seconds here, I just need to set this down for 1 second, and if you
All
just
right.
give me just a minute here, I'll be able to share a song or two. Just give me a
Okay.
second here.
Very well.
1 second. Sorry.
And for those just joining us, we got Brother Richard here. He's going to share a song, and then we'll go ahead and move forward with our study portion after a brief music video. And we do have confirmed sightings throughout
All right.
the world. Nothing in Israel due to clouds, but it was seen in Australia, so if it was seen there, certainly Israel would be very likely to see it.
Well,
So, all right.
that was the first time going into a second set of guitar strings that wasn't. So now I have it. I guess I'll have to reuse one string for next month. So, oh
Hallelujah.
well. I started doing this because the fresh guitar strings give you that crisper sound, you know.
Right.
So, part of the increasing the quality of praises on New Moon Day. And wow, that was the quickest I've ever strung up guitar. That's probably why I messed up. All right, well, let me pick out with all that, got to do a New Moon Day song. So I'll pick out one called, well, maybe I'll pick out a different one. This is the month of goodness, right? Is that, wait, did I get that wrong? Is this the month of goodness? You still there? Am I still connected?
Sorry, I stepped away for a minute. Yes, if this is the month of goodness, right?
All right, maybe I should sing a song
is.
about how
David.
Yahweh is good. Hodula Yahweh ki tov, ki leolam chasdo. He is the only one who is good. There's only one good, that's Yahweh. So maybe I should sing Yah is good. Let's see here. Yah is good. He is good and merciful and kind. All right. Sorry for the long delay, brother.
No
We
problem.
did have some sightings reported, but I think you already covered the one from Michigan. There's one from Minnesota, and I can't remember the other. I'm going to have to post it. I think there might have been one from somebody else too, but I just didn't get it done yet. So. God is so good. God is so good. God is so good. You're so good to me. I love your soul. I love your soul. I love your soul. You're so good to me. Your answers prayer. Your answers prayer. Your answers prayer. You're so good to me. Yahweh, He is Elohim. Who is like you, Yahweh? Yahweh is King. created everything. Yahweh is my mighty one. He restores my being. Who is like you? He always devout. Who gathered the wind in his fist? He made the paths of gold. The words of Yahweh are clean words. Silver tried in the furnace of lamp, refined 7 times, refined 7 times. Yahweh, He is good. Who is like you? Forever His kindness endures. Yahweh, Kito, Ikamocha, Kileolam Chasto, Kileolam Chasto, Kito, Kileolam Chasto, Praise
Hallelujah.
Yahweh.
Blessed
You have
be
time for another
Yahweh.
one or no?
Well, since you work so hard on your guitar strings, let's do a short one.
Oh, a short one. Okay. All right. A short one. All right.
I would have
pick out a short
said just do one that since you work so hard on that. So
one. All right. It was hard work. It was quick work. And next time I'll have to be more careful so that I don't pop a string if I'm doing it that quick. All right. I know a good short one. And at the end of this song, it says in parentheses, repeat until everyone is joyful. So it could be short or it could be, but I'm pretty joyful right now. So rejoice in Yahweh always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in Yahweh always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in Yahweh always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in Yahweh always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in Yahweh always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice in Yahweh always, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice. Rejoice, rejoice, and again I say rejoice.
hallelujah.
Praise Yahweh. Rosh Chodesh Sameach. Yahweh bless
All
you
right.
and keep you, brother.
You as well, brother.
During the new moon gatherings. Shalom.
Hallelujah. Shalom, shalom. Going to hear from Brother Richard from the East Coast, and we're going to go ahead and move forward to our study portion here in just a moment. We're going to share one more song from the library, and then we will move forward into that. And this is Hebrew song, Ki Libi Lecha.
Ufa
Beautiful, beautiful song by David Loden, and praise Yahweh. And we're going to go ahead and move forward to our study portion of the broadcast today as we begin to examine the 10th month of Yahweh's calendar. And so we're going to go ahead and start with the I'm going to show you a calendar right here. You can get yourself one of these, especially if you order it tonight. And I'll get this out tomorrow's mail, Yahweh willing. And but this is a printable calendar, and we are currently, according to this, as you can see, on 12/19. Kind of hard to see without the lighting being right there, but. And so, so tonight begins this first month, or first day of the 10th month on Yahweh's calendar. So you can take this and hang it on your wall. Got a nice little new moon chart there. Whoops, can't be green, can it? Because I got a green screen. But that's something you can hang on your wall and pass out to those who maybe have interest in the Hebrew roots of our faith. So, in the meantime, by the way, this calendar has all the different dates, biblical events that took place. We're currently in the 40 days of the tops of mountains became visible. And so anyway, just interesting things, and we're going to go ahead and look at some scriptures here as we examine the 10th month of Yahweh's calendar. Esther chapter 2, verse 16 through 18, it says, Esther was taken to King Ahasuerus into his royal palace in the 10th month, which is the month of Tebet, in the 7th year of his reign. So here we are. We are in this 10th month right now. Tebet, which if you look up in the Hebrew, Tebet means goodness. So it's believed to be a foreign derivation as far as the month name. I'm not so sure about that, but either way, that is the meaning. It seems to be related to our Hebrew word for good, which is tov. So there may be a connection there possibly. Names are a little bit funny about the way they function sometimes with the language. But maybe it's Akkadian language, maybe it's not. But this is the only place in Scripture where this 10th month is actually given a name. It comes from the book of Ezra. So, the king loved Esther more than all the other women, and she obtained grace and favor in his sight more than all the virgins. So he set the royal crown upon her head and made her queen instead of Vashti. Then the king made a great feast, the feast of Esther, for all his officials and servants, and he proclaimed a holiday in the provinces and gave gifts according to the generosity of a king. So this is the month in which it happened. We don't know if it was the first day of the month because it just says the 10th month. All right, so moving forward to Genesis chapter 7, it says, in the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 17th day of the month, on that day all the fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened, and the rain was on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. Okay, so now we're here on Genesis chapter 8, verses 1 through 3. Then Elohim remembered Noah and every living thing and all the animals that were with him in the ark. And Elohim made a wind pass over the earth, and the waters subsided. The fountains of the deep and the windows of heaven were also stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained, and the waters receded continually from the earth. At the end of the 150 days, the waters decreased. Then the ark rested in the 7th month, on the 17th day of the month. It happens to be during the Feast of Tabernacles, on the mountains of Ararat. And the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the 1st day of the month, the tops of the mountains were seen. So tonight begins the anniversary of this time when the 10th month, 1st day of the month, when the waters decreased and the tops of the mountains were finally seen. So it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. And so this begins this 40-day count. And if you have our calendar, it actually follows through this 40-day count. All right, so like a time of a new beginning we see here. Goodness happening. Okay, in 2 Kings 25, verse 1 through 3. Now it came to pass in the 9th year of his reign, in the 10th month, on the 10th day of the month, that Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and all his army came against Jerusalem and encamped against it. And they built a siege wall against it all around. So the city was besieged until the 11th year of King Zedekiah. By the 9th day of the 4th month, the famine had become so severe in the land there was no food for the people of the land. So here we are, the 10th day of the month, which is going to correspond to next, not this coming 6th day of the week, but the one afterward. The beginning of this siege is taking place. And I think, the first day of the month, maybe up to that point, Israel could have repented and received his goodness instead of judgment, but they did not. And we see this also here in Jeremiah chapter 52, verse 4. It says, it came to pass, 9th year of his reign, 10th month, 10th day of the month, that Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, all his army came against Jerusalem. And so this mirror passage here, taken from, that's why we believe probably Baruch wrote 2 Kings, because of the similarities here of the two accounts. Quite possible. We don't know for sure, but quite possible. All right, and also Jeremiah chapter 39 says, in the 9th year of Zedekiah, king of Judah, in the 10th month, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, all his army, came against Jerusalem and besieged it. In the 11th year of Zedekiah, in the 4th month, on the 9th day of the month, the city was penetrated. Then all the princes of the king of Babylon came in and sat in the middle gate, Nergal-Sharezer, Samgar-Nebo, Sarsakim, Rabsaris, Nergal-Sharezer, Rabmag, with the rest of the princes of the king of Babylon. So here we are, 10th month, Nebuchadnezzar came against Jerusalem and besieged the city. You might suggest there's still a chance for Israel to repent, but we know they didn't. All right, and in the book of Ezekiel, it says, again in the 9th year, 10th month, on the 10th day of the month, the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, write down the name of the day. This very day, the king of Babylon started his siege against Jerusalem this very day. So it's like he wanted Ezekiel to remember this particular day, and so that's the 10th day of the 10th month. And utter a parable to the rebellious house, and say to them, Thus says the Master Yahweh, put on a pot, set it on, and also pour water into it. Gather the pieces of meat in it, every good piece. the thigh, and the shoulder. Fill it with choice cuts. Take the choice of the flock. Also pile fuel bones under it. Make it boil well, and let the cuts simmer in it. Therefore thus says the Master Yahweh, woe to the bloody city, to the pot whose scum is in it, and whose scum is not gone from it. Bring it out piece by piece, on which no lot has fallen. For her blood is in her midst. She set it on top of a rock. She did not pour it on the ground, to cover it with dust, that it may raise up fury and take vengeance. I have set her blood on top of a rock, that it may not be covered. Therefore, thus says the Master Yahweh, woe to the bloody city. I too will make the pyre great. Heap on the wood, kindle the fire, cook up the meat well, mix in the spices, and let the cuts be burned up. Then set the pot empty on the coals, that it may become hot, and its bronze may burn, that its filthiness may be melted in it, that its scum may be consumed. She has grown weary with lies, and her great scum has not gone from her. Let her scum be in the fire. I, Yahweh, have spoken it. It shall come to pass, and I will do it. I will not hold back, nor will I spare. Nor will I relent. According to your ways and according to your deeds, they will judge you, says the Master Yahweh. Also the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, I take away from you the desire of your eyes with one stroke. Yet you shall neither mourn nor weep, nor shall your tears run down. Sigh in silence, make no mourning for the dead. Bind your turban on your head, and put your sandals on your feet. Do not cover your lips, and do not eat man's bread of sorrow. So I spoke to the people in the morning, and at evening my wife died. And the next morning I did as I was commanded. Boy, that would be tough. And the people said to me, will you not tell us what these things signify to us, that you behave so? Then I answered them, the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Speak to the house of Israel, say to the Master Yahweh, thus says the Master Yahweh, Behold, I will profane my sanctuary, your arrogant boast, and the desire of your eyes. The delight of your soul, and your sons and daughters whom you left behind shall fall by the sword. And you shall do as I have done. You shall not cover your lips, nor eat man's bread of sorrow. Your turbans shall be on your heads, and your sandals on your feet. You shall neither mourn nor weep, but you shall pine away in your iniquities, and mourn with one another. Thus Ezekiel is assigned to you, according to all that he has done you shall do. And when this comes, you shall know that I am the Master Yahweh. And you, son of man, will it not be in the day when I take from them their stronghold, their joy, and their glory, the desire of their eyes, that on which they set their minds, their sons and their daughters, that on that day one who escapes will come to you to let you hear it with your ears? On that day your mouth will be open to him who has escaped. You shall speak and no longer be mute. Thus you will be assigned to them, and they shall know that I am Yahweh. And interestingly, the name Yahweh, if spoken as I have been pronouncing it, Yahweh, that it means he that causes to be that which is. So then they shall know I am he that causes to be that which is. That's why I think it's significant. Moving forward to Ezekiel 29, it says, in the 10th year, in, again, the 10th month, on the 12th day of the month, the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, set your face against Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and prophesy against him, against all Egypt. Speak and say, Thus says the Master Yahweh, Behold, I am against you, O Pharaoh king of Egypt, O great monster who lies in the midst of his rivers, who has said, My river is my own, I have made it for myself. But I will put hooks in your jaws, and cause the fish of your rivers to stick to your scales. I will bring you up out of the midst of your rivers, and all the fish in your rivers will stick to your scales. I will leave you in the wilderness, you and all the fish of your rivers. You shall fall in the open field, you shall not be picked up or gathered. I have given you as food to the beasts of the field and the birds of the heavens. Then all the inhabitants of Egypt shall know that I am Yahweh, because they have been a staff of reed to the house of Israel. When they took hold of you with the hand, you broke and tore all their shoulders. When they leaned on you, you broke and made all their backs quiver. Therefore, thus says the Master Yahweh, Surely I will bring a sword upon you, and cut off from you man and beast. And the land of Egypt shall become desolate and waste. Then they shall know that I am Yahweh, because he said, The river is mine, and I have made it. Arrogantly. He doesn't like pride. He doesn't like when they're not being compassionate toward his people. Indeed, therefore, I am against you and against your rivers, and I will make the land of Egypt utterly waste and desolate from Migdol to Syene as far as the border of Ethiopia. Neither foot of man shall pass through it, nor foot of beast pass through it, and it shall be uninhabited 40 years. I will make the land of Egypt desolate in the midst of the countries that are desolate, and among the cities that are laid waste her cities shall be desolate 40 years. And I will scatter the Egyptians among the nations and disperse them throughout the countries. Yet thus says the Master Yahweh, At the end of 40 years I will gather the Egyptians from the peoples among whom they were scattered. I will bring back the captives of Egypt and cause them to return to the land of Pathros, to the land of their origin, and there they shall be a lowly kingdom. It shall be the lowliest of kingdoms. It shall never again exalt itself above the nations. Nor will I diminish them so that they will not rule over the nations anymore. For I will diminish them so they will not rule over the nations anymore. And that's actually what's happened. They have not been a great world power since that time. No longer shall it be the confidence of the house of Israel, but will remind them of their iniquity when they turn to follow them. Then they shall know that I am the Master Yahweh. Also, Ezekiel chapter 33, it says, It came to pass in the 12th year of our captivity, in the 10th month, on the 5th day of the month, corresponding to the first day of the week coming up, the day after Shabbat, that one who had escaped from Jerusalem came to me and said, The city has been captured. Now the hand of Yahweh had been upon me the evening before the man who had escaped, and he opened my mouth so that when he came to me in the morning, my mouth was open and I was no longer mute. Then the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, they who inhabit those ruins in the land of Israel are saying, Abraham was only one, and he inherited the land. But we are many, the land has been given to us as a possession. Therefore say to them, Thus says the Master Yahweh, You eat meat with blood. You lift up your eyes toward your idols and shed blood. Should you possess the land? They thought because they were great in numbers, somehow that accounted for something. It was not that. It was their righteousness that was accounting. And we have to be careful that, just because, there may be a majority, there's a broad path where most people go on. Don't take confidence in the idea that many people are there. And because many people are there, Yahweh must hear you. He must be on the right track. Because Yahshua said, Matthew 7:22, Many shall say to me in that day, Master, Master, and he's going to tell them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you that work Torahlessness, right? So we got to take confidence not in our abundance of people, or if you have a ministry, how many people are following a ministry. I mean, it doesn't mean anything as far as taking confidence in that rather than in seeking truth and seeking uprightness, seeking righteousness, and putting your faith in Yahshua. Therefore thus say to them, thus says the Master Yahweh, you eat meat with blood. You lift up your eyes toward your idols and shed blood. Should you then possess the land? You rely on your sword. You commit abominations, and you defile one another's wives. Should you then possess the land? Say thus to them, thus says their Master Yahweh, as I live, surely those who are in the ruins shall fall by the sword. And the one who is in the open field I will give to the beast to be devoured. And those who are in the strongholds and caves shall die of the pestilence. For I will make the land most desolate. Her arrogant strength shall cease, and the mountains of Israel shall be so desolate that no one will pass through. Then they shall know that I am Yahweh, when I have made the land most desolate because of all their abominations which they have committed. As for you, son of man, the children of your people are talking about you beside the walls and in the doors of the houses, and they speak to one another. Everyone is saying to his brother, please come and hear what the word is that comes from Yahweh. So they come to you as people do. They sit before you as my people, and they hear your words, but they do not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their hearts pursue their own gain. See, they want to hear the word of Yahweh. They're taking confidence in that. They, with their mouth, show much love, but in their hearts, it's their heart condition he's concerned about. And so much of what was done in secret. We know that because he says, come, look, even greater abominations, and they're doing these things. They think Yahweh departed from the land. So, indeed, you are to them as a very lovely song of one who has a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear your words, but they do not do them. And when this comes to pass, surely it will come, then they will know a prophet has been among them. 10th month of Yahweh's calendar. We could go into Ezekiel 24, which is an amazing chapter, but I think we're going to go ahead and stop here, and encourage you to continue to read into 34. But you know, that just kind of touches on some key points. Now, there's always an opportunity, and Yahweh tried to the last minute to reach the people with the message of turning to righteousness, but they would not hear. And he wanted to give them goodness. He wanted to give them mercy, but they forced him into a place where he pretty much had to judge them. They were acting even worse than the nations that they had driven out prior. So hear the word of Yahweh, all of us. It can't be just some, pleasant song and something that tickles our ears and we go home. It's got to be something that brings forth fruit. The seed doesn't do any good unless it brings forth fruit out of the ground, right? So when we hear the word of Yahweh, make sure that we are bearing fruit. All right. So looks like that's going to wrap up our study portion. For those just joining us late, we do have confirmed sightings in multiple locations. As far as entering now into the 10th month of Yahweh's calendar, we are presently looking at sightings in just 1 minute. Here we go. And we got sightings in Plant City, Florida by 4 persons there. 1 person, Idaho Falls, Idaho. 2 people in North Branch, Michigan. 4 persons in St. Croix, Virgin Islands. 2 persons in Virginia, Blacksburg, Virginia. And then we have other sightings in San Jose, Costa Rica, and McAllen, Texas, Green Bay, Wisconsin, and all the way back to Darwin, Australia. It was seen there. And various points westward was not seen in Israel due to the clouds they had. But certainly is the first day of the 10th month, because we've gone 30 days now. So we're officially in the 10th month of Yahweh's calendar. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off here with a shofar blast. All right. Shalom, shalom. Rosh Chodesh. Sameach, joyful new moon to you and your household. Good night.